So now that you've finished the first part of the class, you've gotten through the midterm, what you're going to need to do now is begin the EDA project. And you're going to begin by clicking in that EDA folder and looking at the rubric. And so the rubric, it's basically how you need to complete this project. And this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to go through and do all this stuff. You can see the rubric on the screen. So let's take a look at just a little better. Let's look at some of the stuff you're going to need to do. So one thing you're going to need to do, of course, you're going to need to get SPSS. And if you haven't done that, there is some information about that on the website. You need to contact the help desk and get that program. The next thing you're going to need to do is use the program. In this video, I'm not going to show you how to use it. There are videos to show you how to use it, but in this one, I'm basically going to go through this EDA project with you, go through this rubric so you can know what to do. Now, the first thing that I want to say to you is this is a narrative. It should be probably somewhere between 3 to 5 pages. It can be longer. It's not that it couldn't be, but probably somewhere between 3 to 5 pages. You're going to want to put all of this stuff into your project, and you're going to want to write a narrative around the data that is given to you in that that WDI file. And don't know why that happened. Let me go back over here. So that WDI file is telling you, make sure I clear notifications there, telling you the different variables that you can work with. Before you get to the file, you'll have a variable definition thing. I'm just trying to make sure you understand as you go in what you're trying to do. You're basically going to be working through some basic statistics. You're going to create a histogram, box plots. It tells you about by income group. There'll be more videos in this so you can see more in terms of the details and the exact details about what you need. But you're going to be making comparisons between the different categories, talking about shapes of distribution. You can do this with this histogram. Okay, you're going to do that. So the histogram will kind of give you an idea whether or not the distributions are similar. They might be approximately normal even. Anyway, they might be skewed. It just depends on which variable you're talking about. So you're going to be using data for 2 years, and there's actually 3 years for a lot of variables. So you'll see 2000, 2010, and 2017. You can use 2 years that are basically 2000 and 2010 or 2010, 2017, okay, depending on which variable you're looking at. And some of them, I put 2000, 2010, and 2017. So you can use 2000 and 2010 or 2010 and 2017. But you're going to need to use one from before and one from after. Even if you wanted to, you could use 2000 and 2017. Okay, so you could use the one from 2000 and then the one from 2017 if you really would like to do that. It's up to you. But you're going to take 2 of those years and you're going to make a comparison for one of the variables, okay? And so basically this goes through, and you need to read this very carefully, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea. You need to demonstrate that you understand the concepts. So whenever you put up some type of presentation like a box plot, you need to go through and explain what the box plot is showing. If you put up the histogram, you can say what it's showing. The scatter plot, whatever it's showing. And you're going to basically be putting out whatever it is you're looking at, okay, and explaining that, all right? Treat it as a report that will be read by several people. So you want to make sure to lead the reader, okay? You want to make sure that the narrative is objective, consistent, that it's concise, meaning you don't need to say a whole bunch of words. You need to say what you mean and make it very clear. You want to make sure to organize it in this way, okay? You can obviously lose points for lack of organization. The rubric down here basically goes through some stuff that you definitely could be graded on. You'll want to include everything from it, but you also want to do this stuff because there's issues of quality. And let's see, somewhere in here I think it says issues of quality. The issues of quality, that particular piece is here, like how well you present what you're saying, how well you summarize what you're saying, that sort of thing, okay? And so just kind of keep that in mind. But read this very carefully, make sure that you understand what you're supposed to be doing, because this project's obviously 15% of your grade, so it's going to count quite a bit. And so that's the rubric. And you'll be doing another project on a survey later on, but for this second one, all these assignments from 13 to 17, they're going to be on this particular project, this this EDA project, and you're going to be using the WDI data file. Okay, that's it, and hopefully you'll do well on this.